So it's game two of Immaculate Grid. I'm going to rapid fire the rules here. There's nine squares. There's a category up top and to the left that you have to guess. Your goal is to get a low percentage, which means a rare guess. And you and I are competing, and the person with the lowest score overall is the champion. And in case you're forgetting, I was the champion last week. Did feel a little bit concerned to clutch it out in the ninth square, but that feels like it's potentially your problem today because you're leading in. So when you're ready.
Uh, all right, all right. I guess let's be clear. You just proclaimed you were game one champion. I don't know. You feel like a bit T Wolves there, right? Jumping out because you won one game in the playoffs, right? Let's click on
The
the.
the jersey was off. I was on top of the couch. It was wild. Let's go.
All right. Well, I was hoping for a bit of Orlando Magic. Yeah, that's probably definitely my strength here, but no, I did not get that. We didn't get any 20-point scorers or anything like that either. We got another six
No, it's
teams
been
here.
teams again. Yeah.
Six more teams, man. This is a give me a headache already. Looking at this, but I sort of I need to have a good round here, right? I don't really want to fall into a 0-2 hole and then listen to you talk about this for another week, hey? So, all right, which way do I go here? Well, we got San Antonio, Cavs, Bucks, and then we got Warriors. Jazz, hear that sigh, and Knicks. Um, oh man, I'm like, straight up, I'm like 16 in front of me. I'm like going mind blank already. This is not a promising vibe right now from my end. Okay. How do I, you gotta fill in some vocals here, audio here while I try and think this out.
Oh, okay.
I
Look,
don't see.
look, one thing that I found interesting, not that it's going to help you, but Cleveland, Utah, and New York are all on the table. Teams that have been active in the trade period over the last season or so. Found that kind of interesting. And then you've obviously got Golden State and Cleveland as well. Had that stint of championships going back and forth, but that San Antonio is kind of hard because outside of notable players, you never really hear what happens to those like two-way G League sort of guys. So good luck with those ones.
Yeah, good luck. This feels like definitely good luck. All right. I got one. I got one. I can't cop a 100-point penalty. That killed me last week, right? That was the once I copped the 100-point
We cop
penalty,
two, actually.
yeah, and it made your life so much easier. You're like, oh, I can just score. Even when I score 30 or 40, it's still in a good spot here. All right, I'm going to start with Milwaukee Bucks, Warriors. Look, it's gonna be a fairly high score, I imagine, but it's not gonna be 100, right? So, what's his name? Dante DiVincenzo, is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
He
No, it'd probably be better.
I'm gonna go 100% that he's correct here. That was the key here. Let's
Yeah,
let's
no, I
go.
like. It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
All right,
I'm
balls in your
surprised. I
court.
was
There you go.
thinking like Monte Ellis, and that Andrew Bogut trade as well, like those kind of pieces. But
Yeah, Bogut would
feel
have
like
been a
they're
good one
bigger
too.
names.
But that's all right. So I got to go safe here. I'm playing the safe
Yeah,
route. It's like golf, right? I'm going just for the
you
fairway
just
right
go
now.
for the
Going for the
shots you can make.
fairway. Yeah.
Go for the shots you make. I'm going to go Cleveland and Golden State, Anderson Varejao. I was thinking of those final series and players that might have been on both teams, and I'll be curious to see how this one goes.
This one's 100% correct. Clearly, 42. Oh, I'm in the lead. Wow, what's
Oh,
going on here?
geez,
I'm in the lead.
a lot of people thought what I thought. That's not good. Not good at all.
All right, all right. Well, considering how long it took me to get the first one, when I had nine options
Yeah,
on the board.
yeah. I'm just lining
Yeah,
up my next
yeah,
players for you.
here we are now. All right. Golden State, Golden State. Surely Golden State feels like the hot team at the moment. They've been in the spotlight for the last, I don't know, decade or so, nearly 8 years or so now.
Close to, yeah.
And and surely I can think of a player that played Golden State and Spurs, right? Um, oh man. No. Spurs,
No.
Jazz. No. Jazz,
But the Spurs are looking at this list. I feel like the
okay,
Spurs.
I've
I'm
got one.
actually struggling with Spurs players.
I've got one. I feel
Don-
like I got
Donovan Mitchell.
I feel like I
Donovan
got
Mitchell.
yeah, thanks. I wasn't gonna actually go Donovan Mitchell. I feel like if I'm gonna go Donovan Mitchell, that's gonna get 80. I was going to go
I do it
Carlos
for
Boozer. I
curiosity.
was gonna go Boozer.
Yeah. Okay.
Boozer,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of people would forget
Yeah,
the
yeah, I'm gonna
Cleveland
go
stint
Boozer.
right
Yeah,
at
I'm
the
gonna go
start.
Boozer. So, but Mitchell could, Mitchell could, clearly a lock. I'm gonna go. 8%. All right, I'm
Yeah,
feeling
come on,
okay. I'm
come on,
feeling
come
okay. I'm
on.
feeling okay. That was good.
You're still doing better than me.
Uh,
All right. Utah and San Antonio is just a dead spot. Gee whiz. I feel like there's some 90s dudes that played in New York and Cleveland, and I'm really struggling to remember some of them.
If you get one here, you could get a good score though. That's the key, right? That's the key.
Yeah, that's I mean, yeah, you just I feel like longevity as well. Like I'm worried about some of those San Antonio squares that I actually don't mind if I'm not picking the ninth square today. I feel like there's a bit of a curse on that one. Um, Utah and Milwaukee. I feel like there's a player that I can't think of all of a sudden. Give me a moment here. You might need to fill the void a little bit. Yeah, I'm struggling.
I'm actually just doing some quick maths here that I'm actually still in the lead after 2 rounds, so that's okay. Um I guess I just feel like all these teams, like you sort of said, like the Spurs, they're sort of smaller franchise teams. I guess, you could argue the Knicks aren't, but they've sort of not really been in the spotlight for a long time now. They've always been that team that everyone just, they're just, underwhelming and haven't had any playoff success for a long time. So it feels like Warriors. I don't know. Again, that's how my logic was when I was picking the second pick, right? It was like, surely the Warriors, Spurs, but then who's played for Warriors Spurs, right, recently?
Yeah, it's hard to know who the Spurs would move on from, and then Golden State would pick them up. Um, yeah, real ticking the clock stuff. I don't know. You might need to pause the recording and just like edit together a good transition here.
Do we need to so
That's the hard part. Is
so
that if
so
I
now I'm
pause
hoping
and
that you
on mute,
don't grab
I
that
get them.
square. So I'm not gonna lean you in any direction right now. I think you should go Spurs Warriors.
Utah and Milwaukee. It's not the guess that I want, but it's
Yep,
Joe Ingles.
Joe Ingles.
Joe
All right,
Ingles.
Joe Ingles.
Just to get a name on the board at this point, I've
Would you believe that
just
was the name I
yeah.
had in my head, arsehole?
Was it really?
Now I'm back to square one. Another 3 minutes of silence for my round.
Yeah, that's okay. There's going to be some flash editing on this
Uh,
video. It's not going to be as long as we recorded
38.
for.
All right, 38.
Yeah, it's not.
You got the name,
I think
but
this is going to be a game of like getting on the board, and I think you're going to be in a tough spot where you get the ninth pick, and you're going to have to actually like
yeah,
pull
I
it out.
probably choked that one, but that's all right. Let's get to the
That's all
ninth pick
right.
first, right? Let's get to the ninth
Yeah,
pick. Yeah,
we still got 5 picks to go.
I got to
Jeez.
get to the green first before I can put it in, right? So, let's all right. What we got? Spurs. So clearly we got lots of Spurs here. Someone's gonna have to get some Spur player at some point, right?
That's the
So
hard
what
one.
we got?
Yeah.
Spurs,
Maybe I should
Jazz.
dedicate my energy to that. As a viewer on YouTube, and you just click ahead. When does the image change? There we go. That's what I care about. That's
Surely,
yeah.
surely,
Make the
surely when the video goes silent and the two hosts just have no level of conversation left, it's time to click on a new video.
I think the diehards, I think the dedicated two guys with spare time fans,
All right, I'm
they'd be here for all of it.
trying to concentrate here. Bucks and Knicks. Bucks and Knicks.
Okay.
Bucks and Knicks. If you gave me some other format, pick 10 players from this team, pick 30 players from this team, I'd be like, okay, sure. But then now you're saying pick a player from team X and team Y that's played on both teams, and now I'm dying. So, all right. I had a player from the Warriors and the Jazz, and that's not helpful.
Yeah, that's what I felt
Yeah.
on some of the other ones.
Okay. Oh man.
Oh man, indeed.
Oh man. Look, do you have one in your head? Because if you have one in your head, we could keep the ball rolling and I will pass.
If you are willing to pass, I actually do have one in my head. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm
Okay.
gonna pass.
All right. So I'm going to lock in Golden State and San Antonio. Steven
Right.
Jackson, Captain Jack. It popped into my head pretty early into your turn, and I was like, I wonder why this doesn't happen when it's my turn.
28. 28. All right, take it.
It's fine. It's on the board.
Take
Now
it.
you've got 4 squares, and you know that you're going to be guessing at least 2. I'm actually okay. I feel like I could win this based off you failing.
So,
I
but
think
right
that's going to
now,
be the strategy.
I can't pass though. I guess you can't. I can't pass more
You
than
could
once,
pass.
right?
No, you could pass, but then you have
Then I
the
have to get
pressure that you.
the last two.
You have to pick two more before we even decide the last one. And
Mm, mm.
you know, right now, as I said, I'm banking on you blowing the ninth square. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
thanks,
banking on
man.
here.
Thanks, man. It's like
Um,
the free throw line and brick all 3 shots. Is that what you're saying?
yeah. I deliberately fouled you so I can see how you play. If you got the fortitude, you're gonna make both, Grant Williams. That's the plan. All
Um,
right.
mm. All right, I've got a player. Here we go.
Okay.
Cavs, Knicks,
Exciting.
dude that got dunked on. Blake Griffin. What's his name? Mozgov. Is that his
Timothy
name?
Mozgov.
Is
Timothy
that his
Mozgov.
name?
That's a good one.
Mozgov? Mozgov.
Yep.
There we
Timothy
go.
Mozgov. That's a good one.
2%. Take it. Take it. Let's go.
Huge.
All right.
Huge.
Let's
I'm gonna
swoosh.
lock in
Let's
my
swoosh.
last answer.
All right.
Nothing
What is it?
fancy.
What is it?
We're gonna go Utah and San Antonio. It's Rudy Gay. I'm going with the guy that I think everyone should trade for at this stage in the season.
Utah and San Antonio. 47%. This means if I get 100, I still win. I can just throw any name right now.
You just gotta. So you basically what you got to do is you got to decide which category do you know you can answer because that's
Do I have
currently
to?
that's how we've played this.
Okay, yeah, correct. All right, cool. So I can throw one.
You're on 43%.
Well,
I'm on a
do I need
solid.
do I need to actually throw
I'm
one
just
or
math.
right now because you're on 155 and I'm on 43. Yeah, and I've still
That was
got
some
one
quick
more
math.
guess.
Jeez.
I've got it in front of me, man. I've been efficient. I've been doing that part correctly. But obviously the so I don't need to throw one right now. I just need to get one right out of these 2 boxes and I win.
You need to know which box you can answer as your ninth square,
Yeah,
and you're fine. So yeah, you can totally throw a square. It doesn't matter. You actually just need to
makes
be
no
able to
difference.
answer one.
Makes no difference. I just need one more name here that either played for the Spurs and the Knicks or the Bucks and the Knicks. Who the hell played for the Knicks right now?
A lot of people play for the
um,
Knicks. That's the tricky part. A lot of people got to run on the Knicks, because they're
Knicks and
bad. Well, they
Spurs,
were bad.
Knicks and Bucks. Someone screaming at the screen right now, right? Like it's no,
No one's watching. No one's watching at this point. Let's be honest. No
no.
one's seeing. It's they're
um,
gone.
um, See, this is the part now you can do some history on these clubs while you fill in the. Did you know that
Well,
the Milwaukee Bucks were started?
well, you know what? Like, it's funny you mentioned that. So Milwaukee and New York, right? Two franchises have been around for over 50 years minimum, and you would surely assume that a couple of players would have crossed paths from time to time. San Antonio obviously joined the league in the ABA merger. Look at me showing us some knowledge here. And I feel like if I were you, I feel like Milwaukee and New York probably has more historical crossovers, whereas San Antonio and New York probably has more like mid 2000s crossovers. Because a lot of the San Antonio role players they get their championship or they play well and then they move on and they go elsewhere.
Mm.
Um, and you're in a rare spot because you could take a flyer on a guess and be wrong and still like back yourself up. Like you don't have like you could get it right now and win, but you could also take a flyer and be like, I think this person could be there, and then you just move on.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a strategy, but you have to do something
But
to
then
to enact it.
that then puts me into a worse spot than then I'm left with one remaining square that clearly is the hardest square that's left for me anyway. So so I feel like considering we have no enforceable time limit right now, I just
Well,
need to
eventually
get
this.
Knicks.
Yep, those are the teams.
Those are the teams. Yep. Thanks for being sarcastic.
No, I was just echoing.
Um, all right. You know,
Oh,
I
oh,
don't think I don't think what's his
oh,
name?
one
Kurt
more time.
Thomas. Is it Kurt Thomas?
Kurt
Did he
Thomas.
Kurt Thomas.
He's
Did he,
definitely a player.
he played for the Knicks. Did he play for the Bucks?
I, I, I mean, you look at the years of activity, man. I don't know if I'm the
If
right
if,
guy to ask.
if somehow I get this, it'll be like 0.5%. I'd be like thoroughly
That's
impressed
fine.
somehow.
You just got to take it. You just got to take it.
I'm like I like all right, click it. Oh, Oh my God, what is it? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, what? I told you I was
All
like,
right.
I don't even know
Now,
how or why I went with him. I was like, I had no names for 10 minutes. I'm like, we got to go with a name, right? Oh my
I think
God.
there's a chance that
Oh,
Kurt Thomas played in the other combo too. I reckon he would have played New York and San Antonio. Part of me, but
uh,
um,
Kurt
now
Thomas
that
is
we're
my,
here,
oh wow.
and I'm just curious for myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it Antonio McDyess? Did Antonio McDyess play on New York and San Antonio?
You can fill it out. The last box here for a bit of fun facts here. Antonio McDyess did play for Spurs and New York. You could have closed it out if you were going for the win. Well, what's that?
Well,
One
I mean,
all?
you look at
One all? We got
it
one
is 1-1.
championship each. We got one championship each now.
It's a best of seven series. No one's won yet. That's not how it works. So, a bit more time to go.
This is Two Guys with Spare Time. I'm Faz, this is Nick. You're probably a basketball fan like us, so hopefully you can throw us an assist and giving our video a like and subscribing to our channel.
And if you got thoughts, feelings, or even some suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And thank you for using your spare time to watch us in our spare time.